I'm a butt person, so let's go with the ass. It's like chewing a rubber. Quite enjoy this texture. Never thought I would like the nerve. Hello foodies, we're now transported to Guangzhou, a bustling metropolis in southwest of China. Locals in Guangzhou are known to be the daredevils. They're literally up to eat everything from either intestines to brains, things you can imagine or cannot imagine. Today we're gonna follow locals' lead to eat through this beautiful city. Cantonese cuisine is all about letting the ingredients shine without overpowering with spices. My absolute favorites are roasted pigeon, roasted pork, and seafood. You can find everything in this city. Another must is soup. Locals here believe they can cleanse their palate before they start a main feast with a bowl of soup. First up, we're gonna try the soup. So this is a watercress soup with pork. People here, they really don't put much seasoning or spices into the soup, so we can really taste the raw ingredients and how they really blend in together. There's a natural sweetness to this soup. I really love this. Next, I have roasted pigeon. This is one of my favorite, so I'm gonna try. The pigeon quality is so much better than Toronto. It's a little bit more gamey, much more tender and juicier than chicken. And the skin is really like crispy and it's like cooked to perfection. So this is char siu, which is roasted pork. I believe it's pork belly, but I don't know. So let's try. It's a perfect balance of fat and the lean meat. There's like slight sweetness from the sauce, and sauce really wrapped up the whole meat. It's so good. It's not so fatty that you feel like it's greasy. I probably can devour like 2 bowls of rice with that dish. Next up, we have the seafood. This is a type of shrimp. Apparently it's called mantis shrimp, but I've never had it anywhere else outside of China. This is humongous, almost as big as my arm, and you see how much the eggs are. This is beautiful, and it's definitely one of my favorite seafood. Nothing more, just salt and pepper, and a little bit, I think fried a little bit, but oh, this is what I call heaven. Next up, Chinese dessert. In Cantonese, it's called tang shui, which direct translates to sugar water. But don't let the name fool you, because it's far less sweet than Western dessert in my opinion. Usually the ingredients include red beans, green beans, milk, eggs, and taro sometimes. And you can either have it hot or cold. First one is basically just milk and eggs. It's hot. And the other one is green beans with seaweed. Sounds a bit weird, but let's try. This is so refreshing. I think it's like perfect for a 30-degree weather. It's so not sweet. I felt like for Chinese people, when you say a dessert is good, you would say it's not very sweet. So you really can't taste the seaweed at all. And there's like orange zest, but they use the dried orange skin, which is very interesting. I can eat this all day. Then I'm gonna try the hot one. So milky, full flavor, but again, not too sweet. And the texture is a bit different. It's like tofu, but you smashed it, I think. Tastes like custard, but again, not very sweet, and I think it's like a perfect breakfast if I can have it, or like in winter, it's like a perfect dessert soup. It's a bit hot, but I still really like this. So basically today we're gonna eat pig's whole body. It's very interesting. It's like a hot pot, then you're gonna put liver, heart, cheek, upper jar. I'm gonna introduce every single parts to you guys, but I'm kind of curious because I've never had that many parts of pig's body before, so we will find out. First up, we have the kidney. Usually kidney is very hard to deal with because otherwise it smells like piss, but oh my god, it's so tender. It has like a special texture and does not smell at all. This is incredible. It's like, with the texture, it's a bit chewy, but soft enough, very juicy, does not smell. Next up, we have liver. This is very hearty, and I felt like it's super hard to cook this, so we only literally put it for like 40 seconds to make sure it's tender enough. So this is a very interesting part. It's basically the tricep muscle from the pig, it's like from the shoulder. It's very elastic, like with a chewy texture. I've never had anything like this, but it tastes really good. This is pig's throat, where you connect the heart actually. It's like 10 seconds in the hot pot. I'm gonna try. It's like chewing a rubber, but I actually quite enjoy this texture. It's very hard to chew, but also gives my teeth a lot of work, which I guess that's the part what I really enjoy. Now I'm gonna try the nerves and pig's brain, which is kind of scary, I have to say, but it's like tendon, but a bit more chewy. It's very interesting because they really like chewy stuff, but all the texture are completely different. I'm loving this. Never thought I would like the nerve of something, but
simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by one, baby, one by one. Just different kinds. We'll try to take it one by one.
This is too good, so I have to come back again. Maybe another time tomorrow morning. I'm at this hotel called Swan Hotel. It's an iconic place here in Guangzhou, which is interesting because back in the day, Chinese people weren't allowed to come to the whole area. Only the foreigners or the higher caste people were allowed to, you know, come to the hotel. The dim sum here is one of the best places here in Guangzhou, so we're gonna check this out. First, I'm gonna try this pineapple bun. There's char siu inside, so barbecue pork. Ooh. That looks so good. This is so good. It's like pineapple custard on the outside, so a little bit sweet. And then inside is barbecue pork. So savory, but also a little sweetness. And then it's like the crust is a bit crispy, and then inside is like really juicy and filling. And now we have the dim sum favorite, hagao, which is shrimp dumplings. It's so translucent from the outside. Usually it doesn't have the juice, but this one does, so it's more moist, and the shrimp is just so fresh. You can taste the slight sweetness from the sea in this dumpling. You guys all know me. Chicken feet is my all-time favorite. Unlike the dim sum I had where you order chicken feet in Toronto, it's kind of pre-made, and this one you can see that actually made from fresh and from scratch. It's like abalone sauce. It's all the work, but I love doing the work. It literally just falls off from the bones. See how soft it is? I love meat that next to the bones because I felt like that absorbs all the sauces. So I also got something, it's like a little swan puff pastry representing the hotel. Very iconic. Let's see. I feel bad eating it though. Should I start with the head or the body? I'm a butt person, so let's go with the ass. It's actually abalone, and the sesame fragrance is so strong. It's really good, but it's a bit oily, I have to admit, but one doesn't hurt, right? So now I'm gonna try my favorite dessert dim sum bun. This is egg yolk custard bun. I think they use a special flour, so the color is a bit different. This is usually running, so let's see. This is so perfect. It's really runny, as you can see. What I found interesting is like in dim sum they use a lot of savory and sweet kind of combination, and as you can still see the yolk running. It's not too sweet, and it just has a perfect balance. It's like hot in the inside. I just love this. Like every time when I eat dim sum, this is like a must for me. thing I learned on this trip is that dim sum or yum cha isn't necessarily brunch or lunch. People in Guangzhou or maybe Kanto province, they start early in the morning, either 7:30 or 8, and they have a pot of tea. They just kept refilling the tea, and then you just have dim sum kept going. I think it's a way of life. That's a way how they rekindle their friendship, spend more time with their family, and it's fascinating.